Alright, here we go. Pusha Wheat's Catan, if you know, you know. Doing a new series here called Placement versus Outcome, where we are going to be looking at boards that I actually played on, and good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to let you know how placing on the board ended up affecting the end results of the games. So looking at this board here, this is a 1v1 match, and I am placing first, and for the first video in the series, this is a really simple decision. The 659 is the highest production spot on the board, and it's pointing up towards a 3-to-1 port, which is going to be good for a high production strategy, and it's pointed up to the 10 ore, which is another resource that we haven't gotten. So we have a really clear path here to getting 4 of the resources, just leaving us with having to figure out how to produce wood. My opponent then places and starts on the 8-5-10, so really strong sheep here, pointing up towards more wood and ore. And then the second placement comes down, and it's on the 9-3-6, 1 ore, 2 wheat. And I like that the opponent is getting a jump start on that city production. They have the strongest dev card resources. What I don't like for this person's strategy, especially in a one-on-one, is that they have no road building materials and they're not pointed towards any port. So that's really going to leave them without many options for expansion quickly, and it's not leaving them with the ability to port resources down the road, which ends up being a huge accelerator in one-on-one matches. My last placement here is strategically placed. 1, I was looking for the wood so that I could complete my road building. 2, it takes away an easy settle spot from orange. Now they have an ineffective road heading towards the outside. And 3, most importantly, I have that brick port available to me. So I have all 5 resources, but also that 8 and 5 brick is going to end up being huge for porting down the road. And with this, I would say that this is a true port strategy. Just having such high production of brick, even though I have low production of wood, I am getting all 5 resources, and when I'm able to city up and use that ore and wheat production plus the brick production to supplement it, I'm going to be deadly on this board in a one-on-one situation. So we watch this one play out. I try to take the normal strategy that I do in one-on-one, which is build as late as possible. And my first priority is getting to that 3-to-1 port. Once we're there, we really can use all of that high production that we get from the 659. And you see, we city up here on the brick port so that we can really double down on that production that we got. This is essentially the final board, and what you can see is that the opponent was not able to build off of that 8-5-10. They completely ignored that one, and my brick production was out of control. You could see here I have 26 points of brick production at any given point, so that's going to be an unstoppable supplement when I already have high production, a 3-to-1 port, and the way that I'm able to take victory here is ending up taking longest road. That was not something that I had originally locked down, but when you look at the production that I have for road building materials, it really wasn't going to be a question. My opponent only got to 5 roads during the match. And the last note here, on one-on-ones, you do not need to be sneaky. The opponent knows exactly what you're going for. Everybody's playing for the same thing. There's no table stakes strategy where you're trying to have anybody else maybe not see that you're going to be the leader. It is pure offense. So go for it. And when you have the opportunity to have a completely uncontested high production port, especially with road building materials, which become less valuable down the road, you're going to win every time playing a strategy like this. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about my decisions, leave them in the comments.